actually have a promising future here. Because when you really think about it, when did Sandhagen start training MMA? Because you know Umar was in the gym as a toddler, you know? He started kickboxing at the age of 17. Oh, it's raps! It's raps, dude! Get your kids in MMA gyms now. This dude didn't even start grappling until he was an adult. And he's scrambling out Umar. Oh, it's raps! It's raps for these Dagestanis, dude. Sandhagen didn't start grappling until he was 19. And he's Granby rolling Umar. Oh, it's done, dude. Nearly 2 decades of experience over Sandhagen, and he's making it. Imagine if we had the same amount of training. It's raps. They're done in this sport. Get your kids in an MMA gym. Get your kids in an MMA gym now. It's insane. Very insane. Got to. Look how it's so competitive, even with a nearly 2 decades less of experience. Holy. Imagine if Sandhagen started at 17. He wins. 16. He wins. Clear. 49-46. 15. That's a 50-45 Sandhagen. Starts training at 14. He finishes Umar Nurmagomedov in the 5th round. Starts training at 13. He subs Umar. 12. He finishes Umar in the early 3 rounds. 10. He finishes Umar in the octagon. 9 years old. Imagine if Sandhagen started training at 9. He Boston crabs Umar in a round. And doesn't even make him tap, makes him deny his faith. That's how he makes him tap. 8 years old, you don't want to know what happens. 8 years old, if we have Sandhagen train him from 8 years old, he shows up in a Crusader outfit for that fight. I'm telling you, it would be raps for them if we started training when we were kids. We need an MMA school system. America, it's time to notice. You need to be anti and pro-evolution of humanity. Change the wrestling program in your schooling system. MMA needs to be a program supported by it. It's the most accurate way of deciding who has the best fighters in the world. It's MMA. Wrestling is outdated. It breeds. Scrap it. MMA, from when these guys are doing wrestling, these guys don't stand a chance genetically on any level. If these guys are getting out-scrambled from people that started training grappling at 18, it's over. It is over for these Dagestanis, dude. We have to fight back. We have to fight back. We have to win, chat. Dagestani fans, yeah? What do you want me to sit here and do? It's beef, man. You know it's beef. Like, you guys are crying in the chat now about how I'm acting about this. I hate when the Dagestani fans, all of a sudden, when people start yapping back, they go, whoa, whoa, whoa. You guys yap all day long. It's beef, man. It's war between us. West versus the East. And in this case, the East is one cliff of cutting each other. That's the East in this case. It's the whole West versus one cliff in Russia. And it's beef, man. And once we start training as kids, you're getting ridded from the sport. You had a decade of experience on us, and we're making it close. Volk up a weight class against Makhachev. Split decision. Volk started training at 18, for sake. Makhachev started at 1. It's raps. Get your kids in an MMA gym. Literally. Dagestanis are white Caucasian men. Shut up, you retard. I don't care what they believe in, dude. It's beef. And it's always been beef. And we're going to carry it out in the cage, brother. In the octagon. We're going to find out. You can have this generation. Once we start training from kids, shit, it's over. No, they call it because they're not white and they're coping by acting like Dagestani's aren't. So if they're not white, they are. Sorry to break it to you. I want to start training MMA and I'm 18. No, give it up. Have a child and train him. It's time you give up on your dreams at 18. That is the new era of humanity in the West. Give up on your dreams at 18. Have children and have him live vicariously the life that you wanted to live. That's what the Dagestanis do. Like, oh, I make a kid and teach him double leg, and then I act like I'm a good fighter. That's how they started. We need to do the same. Is it just too late to start MMA with no fighting background? Stop talking about age of 21. You'll take a Dagestani to a split decision that's been doing it for 3 decades. Stop. You're having dangerous thoughts there, Mehmet Ti. You're having dangerous thoughts. Starting MMA at 21. You'll only take a Dagestani to a split decision in a title fight in 9 years, who's been training since he was 1. Don't risk it. You don't want that. You don't want that risk. Blal ain't Dagestani, you dumb fucks. And he took HGH and he's abusing PEDs. 3-2 Umar was close. Nah, I think 4-1. I only gave Sandhagen the first. Do you treat Dagestanis the same as other Russians? No, because the other Russians ain't a threat. We've got Aspinall to deal with them, okay? So we covered the other Russians. You're the only threat, okay? And we must destroy you. Tyler Torres, thank you for the $2. I'm about to have 5 kids and put them in MMA gym at birth. I'll imagine how dominant they would be. Dagestan, I don't want to imagine it. I read ahead and I imagined it. But Dagestanis dominated wrestling when Westerners were training wrestling since they're kids. I know, but in MMA, they're not. I don't give a fuck about wrestling. That's a sport for people. Let them dominate that. MMA, we got guys training as an adult, their first time training, and they're taking these guys to split decisions when they've been doing it since birth. Insane. Imagine how much better we would be. Sick and tired of the Muslim privilege. They're just reading the population changes of the world and acting accordingly. Start by taking Sambo as our own. True. Corey showed 0 boxing and has pillow hands. I told you from round 1, I don't like his boxing. O'Malley has to sleep these next. Come on, O'Malley. Started at 17, I think he did. Yo, Guru, who's your favorite Russian in fight style? Peter Yan, Pavlovich. These guys fight like savages. Sergey Pavlovich, Alexander Volkov, Peter Yan. All of these guys fight like savages, I've noticed. I don't know what the difference is between them. I don't know what the difference is, guys. Just noticing trends. Yeep, 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 yeep. Living up in his new home, yeah. Go outside, fight for your country. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I've been outside and it's not really my country anymore. I'm in London. I'm in South London, guys. I go outside and I don't think about it being my country anymore. I'll be real with you right now. I'm starting to notice trends. No matter like these Russians have things in common besides their belief. I know, yeah. Abdul up in Canada is going to be like, we're just built different, bro. We're very much built different. Omar would have KO'd the Faint God in the first. O'Malley would have. I think O'Malley, yes or no, chat, O'Malley would have schooled Sandhagen. Please. I've been saying that for years and I kept getting shit for saying that. He would have fucking schooled Sandhagen on the feet. O'Malley actually throws things that are intended to hurt his opponents. Sandhagen doesn't ever unless he lands a flying knee or a head kick. Like, he really doesn't ever. Punches have no threat. Kicks have no threat. Jump knees. That's all he's got on the feet. I'm telling you. He looks shit. I'm going to say this again. This is why I picked Umar and I said he would outstrike him. Sandhagen looked shit on the feet versus Vera. After what we just saw Figueiredo do to Vera and O'Malley do to Vera, Sandhagen looked like dog shit on the feet against him. And he even took him down for 2 rounds first. He looked shit on the feet against Vera compared to those two. Night and day. Sandhagen was like my Gaethje of the division. I've been waiting for him to get fraud checked. And it worked here. Everyone they ever fight ever. Thank you for the 11 Australian dollars. And conveniently, when they're not larger, they do have their struggles, you know. Dana Glazing Jones on Kevin Ioli interview. I saw. I'm not going to do a whole video on it, but I saw it, dude. It's fucking abysmal. Corey just spamming left hooks. Dude, you know what? Yeah, I'll say it right now. Yes or no, chat? I rewatched the fight. Round 4, Corey became Jared Gordon against Paddy Pimblett. Did he not? The way he was going for those left hooks on Umar, I was like, are you fucking Jared Gordon against Paddy Pimblett? What the fuck are you doing? He was like, okay, low left hook, low left hook, low left hook. Just the same shit. Like, what happened to Corey Sandhagen, man? Real bad performance from him. Shockingly bad. I think I bet he's sure about that performance. I'm not even exaggerating. I imagine that. Dana Glazing Jones and the Kevin O'Leary interview, yeah. Why are your clavicles so narrow and petite? They're actually not at all. My shoulder width is arguably my best feature, so they're actually not at all. I'm just hunched over right now. I have a large head as well, so they look quite thin. But my shoulder width is probably other than size, is probably the most proud I am of the feature that I have. So please don't get me on that one. Please, it's all I have. Dana only goes to